Before we begin, I really recommend you watch this video until the end. There's a real gem waiting for you guys there. It's gonna help my channel, sure, but I think it's gonna help you even more. Okay, in today's most important AI news, AI used to prevent gun violence, AI develops a taste for your sweat, believe it or not, and the best way to prepare yourself for the age of AI. You're watching the AI Report, lots of great stuff today. Let's get into it. Miami Frost Museum of Science is applying AI to identify potential shooters. We already have facial recognition, now we will have gun recognition, which works with existing cameras and can identify various weapons. I wonder how often this system will misfire with false positives and cause panic unnecessarily. Still, I think it's a good idea. There may be some downsides, but a few false positives are a small price to pay to prevent gun violence. You know what else can prevent gun violence, by the way? Maybe some reasonable gun policies. I'm just thinking out loud here, but maybe not allowing emotionally unstable people to buy anti-aircraft artillery at Walmart is a good starting point. But hey, I don't want the comment section of this video to turn into an NRA rage fest, so let's not get into it. Generally, yeah, using AI to detect guns may have a few downsides, but if the technology works as intended most of the time, it will save lives. Following Twitter, it seems like GitHub now requires users to log in to perform certain actions, searching code in this case. It looks like eBay is doing something similar as well. I think we will start seeing a trend here. Okay, this needs to be unpacked a little. On one hand, these sorts of moves make sense. Building platforms that encourage large audiences to share data is very challenging, and that data is valuable. If there's a way to make big AI companies not just take the data without hurting users, then sure, why not? But that last part is critical as well. If these new policies hurt end users, the end result is the internet being worse because of AI instead of better. AI should be a bonus, something on top of an already functioning internet. If AI starts to disfigure the internet, I would be the one to cast the first stone. I would gladly burn it with fire. For now, that doesn't seem to be happening. Okay, so you have to log into Twitter and verify your account to read an unhealthy amount of tweets. And you need to log into GitHub so that you can search code. Just reading code still doesn't require logging in, by the way. That's not so bad yet. But these things can sometimes spiral out of control. The big AI companies may easily find workarounds for these restrictions, which might cause the platforms to further tighten up the restrictions. Hope it doesn't come to that. Cengiz Koparan, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, an assistant professor of precision agriculture technology at the University of Arkansas, has established an agricultural robotics club because he believes that AI is desperately needed in agriculture. Look, here's something about AI that many people fear but should actually rejoice. There's actually a shortage of workers in agriculture now. Yeah, turns out that plowing the field under the scorching sun is not what most people think of as a job. I have a suspicion that most of these people who sound the alarms on how AI will take our jobs think of jobs as, this silly little thing you do. You go to a nice air-conditioned office, chat with your buddies, flirt with Stacy from HR, maybe write a few emails if you feel like it, and leave early. If that's your job, then yeah, maybe AI might replace you. But jobs that require actual work, something that your grandpa would call a real job, many of us city slickers don't even want those. So yeah, agricultural robotics will be a net win, and more people will be able to move to the cities and have useless office jobs. And besides helping your grandpa in the field, AI will also help Nana not fall and break her hip, in which case you will have no option but to actually go and visit her. A consortium of organizations, which for the layman out there simply means a bunch of organizations, have got 1.3 million pounds for their Move More, Live More program, which uses wearable AI monitors to learn the daily habits of elderly people, gather data about their activity levels, sleep, heart rate, etc., and detect changes or anomalies that indicate an increased risk of falling. This is brilliant. I would be devastated if they had a nasty fall. This is also a great niche to get into. AI for old people will be huge. Guess what old people who've worked their entire lives typically have a lot of? Money. Guess what they don't have a lot of? Health. They happily trade the former for the latter, and that's where I see a lot of successful startups emerging. One more AI health monitor for today. Israeli startup Yopi has developed an AI-powered wearable monitor that analyzes your sweat to detect for early signs of heart problems. Okay, I'm impressed. A bit disgusted as well, honestly, but mostly impressed. AI will recognize waste for better recycling. Finally! Thank you! I'm all for the environment, but come on, who enjoys sorting their trash? Honestly, that's a job that would be perfect for a robot. So, Grey Parrot is a UK company run by Michaela Druckmann that is creating systems to recognize and identify trash and also push for consumer goods to be more recyclable. I think AI in general will be great for solving these types of problems, the tragedy of the commons, the stuff that we should be doing collectively as a species because it's good for everyone, but nobody sees a lot of personal gain from doing it, so basically nobody does it. Robots and AI would be perfect for that. And you know what else will AI be perfect for? Crypto bros, as it seems. Hey, if you are or have been at any point a crypto bro, first of all, there's no shame in it. We've all done it to some extent. Wear your label as a badge of honor. By the way, I consider myself to be a total crypto bro to this day as well. I think we haven't heard the last of crypto yet. It's just that right now it's AI's time to shine. Okay, so if you're one of those people who got into crypto mining a little bit too late and you bought a bunch of super expensive mining equipment and when crypto prices stopped growing you couldn't make the mining operation profitable, well, you may be in luck. Crypto mining is not the only game in town where high-end computational hardware is required today. AI needs a lot of compute as well. Modern crypto mining hardware has ridiculous amounts of compute power, and it turns out with some repurposing, it might be used as AI compute hardware. NVIDIA chips are more expensive than dark matter. Everyone is scrambling for AI chips, so it looks like crypto miners will be able to monetize their compute hardware. I'm actually really curious to see how this turns out for crypto miners. Is it possible that renting out or selling their compute power for training large language models is more lucrative than mining crypto? That would be so interesting. Not only would AI steal the thunder from crypto as the coolest kid on the tech block, but it would also steal its compute power. Again, disclaimer, I'm 1000% a crypto bro, but the fact of the matter is we never saw that killer app. Bitcoin was a brilliant idea in my opinion, but the public never really understood the intended use cases and benefits. Ethereum and smart contracts still have a bright future in my opinion, but pretty much everything else is just Ponzi shitcoins. So yeah, I'm not getting my crypto tattoo removed yet. I just think the whole industry may be revived after AI's 15 minutes of fame come to an end and both industries stabilize a bit more. Google wants to figure out machine unlearning. I'll try to decipher the nerd talk for you. If you're a bigger AI nerd than me, please correct me in the comment section, but be polite, or I won't play. So, machine learning is now a well-established practice, but we have one huge problem here. It's not exactly compliant with current privacy regulations. Basically, a model can learn everything easily by consuming vast amounts of data, but somewhere in that huge pile of data, there may be some data that's not supposed to be there, like private or sensitive information. And that's a problem because today, unlike learning, machine unlearning is very difficult, if not impossible from my understanding of it. You simply can't make a model unsee things. That's actually one of the most human traits of AI. We're terrible at unlearning things as well. I'm still haunted in my nightmares by my friend's hairy butt cleavage I accidentally saw one time in high school, and that was 20 years ago. That's why Morpheus warned Neo in such a serious and cool way. Once you take the red pill, you can't unlearn the truth. Well, LLMs, they're just like us. And Google wants to give them the ability to forget things, like with the pen thing in Men in Black. So Google will hold a competition starting mid-July, and whoever makes the machine forget wins the biggest AI nerd prize. I don't know, I couldn't find what's the reward or the trophy. I guess it's a pat on the back from Google. Nah, I'm sure the nerdy guy that will figure this out will get a cushy job at Google at the very least. Speaking of nerds, they may be getting some competition from AI in mathematics. Wow, that's like the biggest, most nerdiest field in the entire universe. By the way, I'm allowed to make fun of nerds because I either used to be one or I'm still one, depending on your definition. I even went to those math competition where everyone wears glasses and is super serious and nervous and warms up by quietly whispering theorems. This may surprise you, but I even won second place one time. It definitely surprised me. And you know what's even more surprising than that? One time, at one of those competitions, There was a girl, a living, breathing human female. And you know what's even crazier? She was like super hot, like insanely gorgeous. Everyone was flabbergasted. All the math nerds seemed even more uncomfortable than usual, and one of the teachers even asked her if she's lost. I was pretty shocked myself. I ended up dead last that year because, well, let's just say my heart and mind were not into the math problems that day. Also, that year I quit going to math competitions because I had found my new life's purpose. Okay, story time is over. Way back in 2019, Christian Szegedy, sorry if I'm butchering that, a former Google computer scientist, predicted that AI would match or exceed the problem-solving ability of the best human mathematicians within a decade. In 2022, he updated that date back to 2026. Today, we already have stuff like Lean, which is a program used to verify math proofs. And in case you're not into math, the proof is where all the action is. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. It's like the heart of the matter. Lean is developed by Leonardo de Moura at Microsoft. Damn, Leonardo de Moura. Wouldn't it be cool if this guy's name was Leonardo da Vinci? So close. Anyway, Lean is powered by, you guessed it, AI. Specifically, good old-fashioned artificial intelligence, or GoFei, which is symbolic AI inspired by logic. I'm not gonna pretend like I know exactly what that is, but it sounds like something I would use if I were a mathematician. The tool has already been used to prove some very intriguing theorems. Another tool, informally named brute reasoning, was developed by Martin Hioler, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, an Amazon scholar and a guy who's definitely pulling off that Miami drug lord shirt, to create the largest mathematical proof up to date, 200 terabytes of mathematical proof. What? 200 terabytes of proofs? Who would even... My brain is melting right now. There's a ton of other AI tools being developed for mathematics, used to solve very important problems such as protein folding and even, quote, solve mathematics, end quote. Guys, seriously, this is super exciting stuff. Eventually, AI may become so good that it's capable of solving math problems entirely on its own. And some experts from all these fields like AI, computer science, mathematics, actually think that AI is not being used in mathematics enough. Also, as pretty much everything in AI, these tools and systems are still very much a work in progress, but progress is being made, that's for sure. This article is a great high-level overview of the possibilities that AI can unlock in mathematics. And with many scientific fields, the progress usually starts with the maths, so I will leave a link to it in the description. It's a really good read. And let's end on a nerdy note. I want to present an argument here stating that we live in the most exciting, most abundant time in human history. My proof? All of these table rows you see here are links to courses from the University of Stanford, which you should be able to attend for free online. Stanford level education, in the comfort of your home. Online at your disposal for $0 and 0 cents. Everything about machine learning and AI that you can think of. I operate with lists and tasks and plans, and getting back into machine learning and data science has been on my task list for months now. I wasn't sure what would happen to this channel. It's been more than a month now, and I'm seeing some great signs of growth, so I'm excited to continue working on it every day. But I've made a promise to myself to once again start learning about machine learning and AI on a deeper, more technical level as soon as I can. That way I can have a much better perspective of the actual developments in AI and bring you much more informed arguments. And also earn the right to make my nerd jokes even more outrageous, which is honestly my true motivation this whole time. Guys, take advantage of this. Sink your teeth into this. Math and data science and AI can actually be quite fun, even when there's no super hot girl in the room that's also into maths. Go nerd out on this. I promise you that if you can focus your mind for a few hours a day, you will be able to learn, even if your elementary math teacher somehow damaged you for life and brainwashed you into believing that you're not good at math. I mean, maybe you will have to go back and revise how addition and subtraction work, but chances are, if you're watching this channel, you are an intelligent person and you have the capacity to understand this. I promise you, with a lot of hard work, you can figure this out. It is difficult, but it's not that difficult. So go and learn, my friend. You will become more empowered, you will be better equipped to handle the crazy changes that AI will throw into our faces very soon. Yeah, Cersei was right in Game of Thrones, power is power, but Littlefinger was also right. Knowledge is power as well. So to gain your knowledge, become the master of your fate and see how AI can help you with that. Okay, sometimes I start sounding like one of those corporate inspirational posters, but I feel like many people are starting to despair and fear AI and fear change in general. I'm just here to try and offer you an alternative. You can use AI to improve your life, and that's the way it is. That was the AI report. Boy, did I sing for my supper, huh? If that doesn't deserve a like and a subscribe, I don't know what else to do here. Hit the like and sub buttons. We have a good thing going here. Let's turn it into a great thing. I will see you tomorrow.